Alright, alright, hi. So I actually made a 15-minute video of this tier list. Unfortunately, I ran into some problems I didn't know about. It turns out that my mic was muted the entire time that I did this recording. I had no idea. So it was a 15-minute video, unedited. It was 15 minutes long, and it was gonna take way too long to try and like re-record audio, especially since it wouldn't even be synced. And so I don't know. In the end, I basically just decided to do it this way. I'm re-recording something, but I'm showing you the end result, and I'm going to give you an explanation for each one. But before I do, as I was going into the editor to start editing this, I got a comment on my Pokemon video, and I want to bring it up real quick. Um, so I don't remember what this person's name is. It is Commander Shepard, apparently. They didn't like the fact that in my recent Pokemon video, they didn't like the fact that I had music playing, to cover or mask the copyright music. They didn't like that, apparently. The whole point of it was to be an unedited video, which the only way I could have the video be unedited is if I had non-copyright music covering the video. And they didn't like the fact that I had non-copyright music covering the video. So I guess I'm not gonna be able to upload any more unedited Pokemon videos. It was a test anyways. It was like just an experiment, I guess. It's pretty obvious that I guess people don't like it when I post unedited Pokemon videos. So from now on, I won't be doing that. I didn't realize how much this person was gonna hate it, because this person apparently hated it a lot. He ended up calling it ass. So yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that anymore. Anyways, going back to this. So here's the tier list. I spent some time on it, 15 minutes. It was actually a lot faster, to be honest. This could probably cut up, smaller, more condensed. I'll give each reason why I like or dislike each console, and I'll start with the bottom, because it's, whatever. Bottom, PlayStation 5. My roommate had a PlayStation 5. I never owned it myself. I played his or whatever for a little bit. I did not like the controllers at all. The controllers were just not for me. The console itself had a lot of problems. I did find out for a while that I could not, in order for me to be able to play on my own account, to play games, you have to have a PlayStation account, PlayStation Plus. You can't, like, you have to have a paid membership in order for you to keep playing, and continue where you left off at. Because when I first put my account on his PlayStation 5, every time I wanted to play a game, I had to start over from scratch because it would not transfer over. And the reason why is because it was requiring me to go and have a paid membership in order for me to continue where I left off, which was stupid. So you are required to have a paid membership for you to play games and continue where you left off. Otherwise, you'll have to start over every single time because nothing will save. I didn't know that. That was stupid. I hate PlayStation 5 because of that. It's really dumb. Also, my roommate can't play any games whatsoever, unless he has internet and a PlayStation Network. So if you don't have, sorry, not PlayStation Network, but a paid subscription. So if you don't have a paid subscription, you can still play your games. You just have to start over every time. But if you aren't connected to the internet, you can't play anything at all, because it requires, when you click on a game, it requires to check and see if you have an active, what was it called, license to the game, which is stupid. Now, if you have a disc game, it still does that, which is stupid. I don't know why, but it does that. That is why PlayStation 5, so far from what I've experienced, is the worst console to ever exist. I hate that console so much. All right, next on the bottom tier is E, or Xbox. Sorry, OG Xbox. I don't like the controller. It's just that's the only reason why. It was big and bulky. I have small hands. Back when I was in high school, which is when I originally had this, I had even smaller hands. Wasn't meant for me. I did play games like Halo Combat Evolved. I played Splinter Cell, Stealth Action Redefined. I also played Splinter Cell Chaos Theory and Pandora tomorrow. I played a couple of other games such as Dead or Alive, Extreme Beach Volleyball, and then a couple of others I can't think of on the top of my head. Going to the B, I had a DS at one point. It wasn't for very long. Um, I don't really have much to say. There is a lot of games I played on it, but I played more DS games on the 3DS than anything else. But I did play at one point on the DS, and I do remember that there used to be a Game Boy Advance cartridge thing underneath that you could play Game Boy Advance games on. A tier. Xbox 360. I love the Xbox 360. I actually missed that. There was a lot of games that were exclusive to the Xbox 360 that I loved, such as Halo, Fable. I love Fable so much. But anyways, next is the PS3. I think I can't see it very well. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I can. I think it's the PS3. I hope it is. PS3 though, if it is the PS3, I have good memories of it. There wasn't as many games that I liked playing that was only on PS4 or 3. In fact, the only PS game that I like that I can think of on the top of my head is Last of Us and technically PlanetSide, but that is also on PC. But I'm not gonna count. I'm not gonna count that. I'm gonna say it's PlayStation because I do not like playing that shit on PC. Next is the Wii U. Wii U I enjoyed. I didn't have it for very long. I played Breath of the Wild when it was originally out on the Wii U. I liked playing it. In fact, I originally beat it on the Wii U. I also played um, Mario Maker, the original Mario Maker game on here, and I also played Pokemon Tekken or Pokken or whatever it's called tournament. And I also had Mario Kart 8. So I had those games on here. I loved it. I liked the fact that the way it was set up. Like here's the console, here's your controller. I like that there were two separate things, and even if you don't want to play it on your console, you can play it just by this itself. I liked that. It's kind of like the Switch. To be honest, I prefer the Wii U over the Switch, in certain senses. Like I like this, but there's reasons why I like this more than this. To be fair, my reasons for why I prefer the Switch over the Wii U is because there's more things I could do on the Wii U or on the Wii, sorry, the Switch. I had the Switch longer. There was more games I played on the Switch. There was like what 4 or 5 games on here, whereas there's like 30 some odd games I basically played on here, more than that technically. So that's kind of why there's a lot more games I enjoyed on here, and I barely used this that much. I think I had the Wii U, for only a month, and that was it. Game Boy Advance, I didn't have very long. In fact, it wasn't even mine. It was my grandmother who lived in Cedar Rapids. Um, the Switch Lite, I liked. I liked that it was handheld. I didn't like the fact though that I couldn't stream it or anything like that. You can only stream this. You couldn't stream this. It was stupid. Whatever. GameCube, I love the GameCube. I actually had an expansion to it where you put underneath it where you can play Game Boy Advance games. It was really fun. Twilight Princess, Pokemon XD Yellow Darkness, Wind Waker, things like that. Sunshine, those were games I played on here. So yeah. Game Boy Color, my very first Game Boy Color was a yellow. Pokemon Yellow was my very first game ever that I ever owned. I loved it. It's S tier for nostalgia reasons. Same thing with this one, to be honest. Although I enjoyed this a lot more because of the games that I played. I'm incorporating, yes, the console itself, but if I like the games that I played, then yeah. I loved the controller for this. It was very simple. The entire console was very simple. It was very nice, easy. Game Boy Advance SD or DS SD, whatever. Black. Sorry, I'm trying to rush through this. I liked those flip. I used to own a couple of these. Two of them they broke right here, like it would snap. It was very easy to break. I feel like you just have to sit on it while it's open and then you break it easily. It's unfortunate. That's happened a couple of times where I'm sitting down, I don't realize, oh, my Game Boy Advance SD is right there. I need to be careful where I'm sitting. Oh, I squished it, my fat ass. Anyways, 64. I'm not going to get into it. I had a couple of games I liked that were on here. Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, just examples. We I love the Wii so much. There's a lot of games that I missed that were on the Wii. Mario Kart, The Conduit. Oh my god, I missed that game so much. Anyways, 3DS. 3DS is my number one favorite console of all time. Uh, I loved it so much that even after it kept getting the black screen of death, sorry, after it got the black screen of death, I loved it so much I would rebuy it again, and I was willing to start over each time. I did this like I bought this for myself and my roommate a couple of different times. I bought this though like 6 different times for myself because I kept getting the black screen of death. Nintendo Switch, I'm not gonna get into it. I love it. A lot of games that are on there that I enjoy. All right, Xbox One. I love the Xbox One. The controller is whatever. I like the controller. I like the PlayStation 4 controller more, to be honest. PlayStation 4 was really, really good. I liked it a lot. There was a lot more games on the Xbox One that I enjoyed playing more than the PlayStation 4. So different reasons for why I like each one, but this is my number one favorite of all time. With this being number two, and to be honest, I didn't intentionally put these in order, but this is actually the order right here of favorite to least favorite for SSS tier. There you go. That's the video. I tried making it shorter. I'm realizing the long explanations, I kind of made it longer than I meant to. I didn't explain things as much or as in detail as I did before. Or I explained things in more detail now than I did before. My bad. Alright, but there you go. That's the video. Sorry it's so short. Alright.